It's happening. The moment NBA fans have been waiting for, a seismic shift in the league's power structure. The Golden State Warriors are no longer just Steph Curry's team, no longer just about the splash, no longer just about dazzling shooting exhibitions. This is a new era, a new dynasty, a new identity, and the league is not ready. The moment Jimmy Butler landed in the Bay, something changed, something clicked. A team that had looked broken past its prime suddenly felt unstoppable. Butler didn't just bring skill, he brought an edge, a fire, a defiance that transformed the Warriors from underdogs to contenders overnight, and the impact was immediate. The chemistry, undeniable, the energy, infectious. And Gary Payton too? Oh, he's no longer just a role player, he's a problem, a major problem. Ask Portland, they learned the hard way. They saw GP2 explode for a career-high 26 points, attacking the rim like a man possessed. He was dunking, finishing through contact, slicing through defenses with the confidence of a superstar. But here's the scary part. This wasn't just a one-game thing. This is the new GP2. He's moving differently. He's healthier, bouncier, hungrier. He's playing like a man who knows he's not just a piece of the puzzle, he's a game changer. And that's what makes this Warriors team so dangerous. It's not just about Steph and Butler. It's about the ripple effect. Every player on this roster is feeding off that energy. Moody, now a reliable 15 to 20 point scorer. Looney, feeding off Butler's playmaking like never before. Even role players are stepping up in ways no one saw coming. This is what championship DNA looks like. Let's talk about the Jimmy Butler effect. You see, everyone focuses on the scoring, the defense, the toughness, but the real reason he changes teams isn't just the numbers, it's the mentality. This is a guy who forces players to elevate. He challenges teammates in a way that makes them better, and that's exactly what we're seeing in Golden State. In the past, a 24-point, 3-assist game from Steph might have meant a Warriors loss. Not anymore. Now Butler's presence takes the pressure off Curry. The Warriors no longer need 40 from Steph every night to win. Instead, they're seeing a balanced attack, an unpredictable attack, an attack that is pure nightmare fuel for the rest of the league. And let's be clear, Butler didn't come here to be the savior. He came here to be the missing piece. The guy who fills in the gaps, the guy who makes the game easier for everyone around him. A 15-point triple-double, that's just another night at the office. But it's the way he gets those numbers that makes all the difference. Watch the way defenders react to him. He doesn't just create shots for himself, he bends the defense to his will. Watch how GP2 moves when Butler has the ball. Watch how Moody has stepped into his scoring role with newfound confidence. This isn't just one player's impact. This is a cultural shift. And we haven't even seen the full potential yet. Jonathan Kuminga is still out. Think about that for a second. The Warriors are already looking like one of the most dangerous teams in the league, and they still have one of their most athletic, dynamic players waiting in the wings. When he returns, imagine Kuminga absorbing everything Butler brings to the table. Imagine him learning the art of patience, the ability to manipulate defenders, the way to turn raw talent into unstoppable production. Kuminga is already a rising star with Butler as his mentor. He could become something even scarier. And here's what makes all of this even crazier. The Warriors' depth is unreal. Two of their key players, Brandon Podziemski and Kuminga, are still out, and yet they're out here dismantling teams like they never left. In the past, losing those guys might have been devastating. Now, it barely slows them down. Buddy Hield summed it up best. Jimmy Butler changed everything. And he's right, because this isn't just about one player. This is about a team that refused to fade away. A team that heard the critics, felt the doubt, saw the writing on the wall, and burned it all down. This is a team that was counted out, laughed at, declared finished, and now they're back. The NBA wasn't ready for this. They weren't ready for Jimmy Butler in a Warriors jersey. They weren't ready for GP2 turning into a two-way monster. They weren't ready for Steph Curry getting the help he's needed for years. They thought the Warriors dynasty was over. They were dead wrong. This team is different. This team is dangerous. This team is coming for everything. And the rest of the league, they should be terrified. But it's not just about this season. This isn't a short-term power surge. This is the beginning of something bigger, something legendary. Look at the way they're winning games, not just with elite shooting, not just with Steph's magic, but with something even more terrifying. Complete domination on both ends of the floor. They're faster, stronger, smarter. And that's what makes this Warriors team more dangerous than any version before it. Steph Curry is no longer carrying this team alone. He's orchestrating it, directing it, controlling the game like a maestro with an all-time great supporting cast. We've seen prime Steph before, but we've never seen this Steph. A Steph who doesn't have to force the issue, a Steph who can rest, a Steph who can pick his spots and deliver the knockout punch at the perfect moment. And that's why this team feels inevitable. Because Curry doesn't just want another ring. He wants the ultimate mic drop. The final word in the greatest legacy debate of all time. For they said he couldn't do it without KD. They said he was too old. They said the Warriors were done. Now he's rewriting history. This is bigger than just another playoff run. This is about dominance. The kind that echoes through history. The kind that puts Steph Curry's name next to Jordan's, next to LeBron's, next to every all-time great who built dynasties. And speaking of history, how about Klay Thompson? The man they wrote off, the man they said was finished. They told him he'd never be the same after the injuries, that he couldn't keep up with the new generation. Now, he's back, and he's angry. Not just playing well, playing with an edge, shooting like it's 2016 all over again, locking down on defense like his career depends on it. Because in some ways, it does. This is personal for Klay. He's playing for his legacy. He's playing to prove that he's not just a splash brother, he's an all-time great. That when the dust settles, his name belongs next to the best shooters, the best defenders, the best champions in NBA history. And then there's Draymond Green. Love him or hate him, he's the heart of this team. The enforcer, the mastermind, the defensive genius who sees the game 5 steps ahead of everyone else. But here's the thing. Draymond isn't just here for defense anymore. He's scoring, playmaking, taking control of games in ways that make him absolutely irreplaceable. And if you thought he was fiery before, oh, you haven't seen anything yet. Draymond isn't just playing basketball. He's hunting rings. He knows his legacy is on the line. He knows this might be his last chance to add another championship to his resume. And if there's one thing we've learned about Draymond over the years, it's this. Do not doubt him, ever. So now the question is, who's stopping them? Denver? They're still dangerous, but Jokic can't do it all. And guess what? The Warriors finally have the size and depth to handle him. The Lakers, LeBron is still great, AD is still dominant, but they've already lost twice to the Warriors. And if those games told us anything, it's that this Warriors team is simply built different. The Clippers, the Suns, they had their chances. This isn't 2022 anymore. The road to a championship still runs through the Bay. And the scary part? The Warriors aren't even at full strength yet. They're still figuring things out, still building. But when they do, it's over. This is the story the league never saw coming. The resurrection of a dynasty, the return of the most terrifying team in basketball, the rebirth of a monster that should have been dead. And the rest of the NBA? They're officially on notice.